We've pulled moisture into the Beehive State where it's snowing right now at Solitude Mountain. We've watched that snow stake. It's just shy of 20 inches as the snow continues to fall in the mountains. We've got winter alerts in effect. We talked about those winter weather advisories. Those are holding steady until 10 p.m. Wednesday night. And we will also see this winter storm warning for the south in effect until 10 p.m. that same time. Winter storm warning dropping 6 to 12 inches in the southern mountains. Places like the Tushers and Bryan Head could get close to 18. Our winter weather advisories south of I-80 include the western Uintas, the southern Wasatch Plateau, Book Cliffs, and the central mountains. And then in the north, the northern mountains have a winter weather advisory in effect, but that actually expires as we roll into tomorrow morning. Just a little bit of moisture on the way for the northern mountains. Speaking of moisture, it's raining right now in Sandy. Live view from I-15. We've got soggy conditions out there, valley rain, mountain snow, and the past 48 hours has delivered when it comes to wet weather. Over an inch in Eden, 8/10 in Hooper, Centerville, more than 3/4 of an inch close to that in Brigham, Ogden getting 7/10. Up in Cache Valley, 6/10 for Lewiston. Hill Air Force Base getting more than half an inch. Salt Lake International coming in at 0.41, more than 1/4 of an inch in Zion Canyon and West Valley. And it's still raining. It'll stay that way through the overnight. As we look at the satellite radar, you're able to see the moisture that was down south. We put this into motion, and you're going to see a band that becomes very well defined here. That's actually a stalled front that's lifting north. It will get closer and closer to the Ogden Valley and eventually Cache Valley. Underneath that band, we're getting enhanced precipitation tonight, so it's pretty well defined and soggy out there. Time-lapse video out of the Cache Valley where it's just unsettled in Logan. Pretty though, and we are definitely going to see the potential for some snow in Cache Valley depending on what happens through the overnight and when that band ends up towards Logan. 50 for the high in Salt Lake, 10 degrees cooler than where we were yesterday following the front that moved through this morning. 40s and 50s on the eastern side of the state, 56 in St. George, and upper 40s for the I-15 corridor. Tomorrow we'll see more seasonal temperatures, and into tonight, many locations along the Wasatch Front will stay above freezing with those 40s and upper 30s expected. Soggy conditions when we close out the news. That continues into the early morning hours, and then when it comes to the morning commute, expect wet roads in our valleys and some mixed precipitation for higher benches and mountain valleys. Notice those temperatures really don't dip much. Precip potential heading into our Wednesday, the midweek, looks wet. It's going to be a wet Wednesday, heavily favoring the mountains. And as we step back, you're able to see that upper level low off the coast that's now tracking inland, and it's just continuing to funnel in waves of moisture. We capitalize on that. We have enough moisture potential, so our showers are heavier. And we look at our future cast, we put that into motion. Here we are by midnight. St. George to Cedar City, west of I-15, could see some heavy rain as the showers hold on along the Wasatch Front. As we step back, morning commute looks soggy, valley rain, mountain snow. That goes all the way down to southern Utah. Big swath of the Beehive State getting wet weather, periods and rounds of rain in our valley as we get through our Wednesday. Here's the afternoon. Activity in the West Desert continues to move on through. That low tracks through the Beehive State, keeps things active. We don't really start to dry it out until late Wednesday, early Thursday, a few lingering showers in the north, but then high pressure takes over and we dry out. So how much more wet weather in your valley? Well, as we look at the rain accumulation here for the next 24 hours, it puts anywhere from 1/4 of an inch to 3/4 of an inch. Now, model data you take with a grain of salt. We know we're going to see more measurable moisture and the numbers are going up just based on the heavy precipitation we're seeing right now. If you look out your window along the Wasatch Front, snow level was low this morning, and with the nature of the moisture moving in, it jumped. A little warmer coming from the southwest, so that snow level right around 7,000 feet will be down to the benches by tomorrow morning, which is why some areas could see mixed precipitation, but stays well above the valley floor in Salt Lake, which is why we're seeing an exclusive rain event. We love wet weather. What's not to love? It's winter. We need it. Snow potential shows when all is said and done what to expect. 1 to 2 feet in the cottonwoods. Some upper cottonwood areas could go closer to 30, 5 to 10 for the northern mountains, 6 to 12 down south, central mountains at 5 to 10. Wasatch back could see anywhere from a trace to 3 inches, depending on what happens tonight. I think Park City could do a little better. They're soggy right now. So we look at the regional forecast, 40s for tomorrow. Daytime highs a little closer to where we should be this time of year. 40s and 50s in eastern Utah, 55 in St. George, actually a little below average. With wet weather, we're expecting the rain in the south, and the desert needs it and will take it. As we look at the next 7 days, you're going to see high pressure taking over and bringing back a warming trend into early next week. then chance of rain shows up again. Okay, here's the Wasatch Front, where you're going to see those numbers in the 40s, turning to the 50s, warming up. And then as we roll into next Monday, we see the potential for that storm moving in, bringing another valley rain, mountain snow setup.